Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am going to be answering some questions that I received. If you are not subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe for more small business tips and how-to help you grow a successful small business. Without further ado, we are going to jump right into the video. So I asked you guys on my Instagram, my main Instagram account. I am at Lexi Marcella. You guys can always DM me, ask me questions over there, as well as here in the comments of the video. First question, how do you get sales? So in short, pretty much how I can answer this is, for me, the most successful way I have found to get sales and get new customers is Instagram. Now, some people have told me that they do not have an Instagram for their small business. I highly recommend you either do Instagram or Facebook. You need to market somewhere. You need to find a way to get new customers. I know today we're locked up, we can't go outside and you can't market. Highly recommend you go ahead and create a social media for your account. Or if you're lazy and you don't want to do that, or you're just not ready for that kind of commitment, I shared with you guys, I have found a lot of success selling on Etsy because it is a generated search engine. People can search for what they want, so you don't technically have to do so much marketing. People can stumble upon your page that way on Etsy, but if you have a website, you need to generate traffic to your website. So social media is a must. Majority of my sales come from YouTube or on my Instagram account, my business Instagram account, let me clarify, a business Instagram account. Obviously, word of mouth is really important. So when I sell something, I always remind them, okay, can you tell a friend? That also is kind of helpful, but you need to market. You need to find your audience somehow, find your customers somehow. So marketing. How do you save money in every way possible? I want to do a dedicated video to this because when you're first starting out, you guys, you don't need to buy everything. In short, I can say I recommend that because you don't even need a label printer to ship your shipping labels. You can print your labels on a printer, or you can even just have them made at the post office. I just recommend you have your shipping supplies. I recommend that you have your business cards at least, and a printer, and then of course your supplies. I wouldn't recommend that you spend a lot of money on shipping supplies because people are going to throw it away anyways. It's not a must. You need a business card just so people can find you, come back if they're like, hey, someone comes over, oh, where did you get your shirt? Oh, I bought it online from a small business. Oh, they gave me a business card. This is where it's from. You can use an at-home scale, you don't need to buy a shipping scale. You can use whatever scale you have at home as long as it converts into ounces and pounds. And then you can use your at-home printer. You do not need to buy a label printer. You can take product pictures for your products on your cell phone. Cell phones are HD. A lot of my products I've taken actually on my cell phone for my website. And a website, you guys, Shopify is what I use, but it's $30 a month. It's pretty expensive, especially if you're not making any profit. I suggest that you try Big Cartel. That's really good. It's free, and I believe you can only list a certain amount of items, but it's free. Also, maybe try listing your items on Amazon or Etsy, which is really, really, really important and really helpful. I found a lot of success on Etsy. Or just sell on Instagram. Now, I wouldn't recommend this. I wouldn't never recommend telling people to DM you to buy something, but if it's the only option you have at the moment, it's better than nothing. Although I just wouldn't recommend it. It's not very professional. You definitely don't want to start out your business that way, but you don't need to buy everything, okay? You just don't need it. So hopefully that answers your question. Is Alibaba good for purchasing wholesale? Yes. But definitely I recommend you read reviews, you check out to make sure that they've been in business for a long time, check out their stars, how many stars that they have, or a percentage of success. I forgot what it's called on Alibaba, or I also recommend that you ask for a sample, check shipping times, just make sure you do your research. There's a lot of not scams, but they can definitely take your money or get extra money out of you when you don't need to pay for it. Because sometimes there's even third-party sellers on there, and it's cheaper always if you just buy from the manufacturer. So in short, do your research, check out like other stores that sell the same thing, try to find the best one, communicate with the person, like chat with them for a while till you feel comfortable buying from them. And I've done a video on where else you can buy wholesale. Alibaba's not the only place you can buy wholesale, because Alibaba you need to buy in bulk. Like you need to buy like 50 of an item, 100 of an item. There's other websites that I share in that video. I'll leave the eye here at the top of the screen, but where you else can buy wholesale items. So how should you price your items? So I've learned a rule of thumb for me for sure is if I ever have a 50% off sale, I want to price it where I still make profit, because I want to have sales on my site. Some people don't want sales because they feel like it'll devalue their products. So if that's you, then don't worry about it. I make sure though that my products, like if I have a sale, I'm still getting money. I'm not losing money if I have a sale. And two, if you don't charge for shipping, I charge for shipping extra, but if you like do free shipping, you need to account for that in your product so you don't lose money. By the time it gets to the customer, you want to make sure you still have money. So if that's for your shipping supplies, if that's for your label printer, if that's for your ink cartridges, if you pay rent somewhere, you need to make sure that and rent for your space, like a storage space, not rent for your house, but like, so you want to make sure that your products are still making you money. And then two, I think it depends. Like I like my products to be kind of like, not cheaper, but like middle range. My products aren't expensive, bougie, luxury. But if that's like what you want for your business, you need to price accordingly. You definitely do not want to be changing your products throughout the year, changing the prices. You don't want to do that, because you kind of, your customers aren't going to trust you after that, and you definitely don't want that. So pricing definitely is up to the individual. Just make sure you're making profit and that you're not like losing money as you go along and you're basically giving out free product. It's just not, don't do that. Hey, this is from my friend Devon. Hey Devon. So she says, how do you deal with wrong orders, scammers, returns, orders that never got received? So I'm not sure where you're like, what you're using to ship out. I recommend though that you either use PayPal, because that's a way you can like dispute orders and stuff. Also, when you are shipping, you can buy insurance so you can see if they received it. Also, if you're finding that it happens a lot, you can also pay, I think like an extra $1 or $2 so that when somebody receives it, they have to sign for it. So if you're kind of dealing with a lot of people that are trying to scam you, I definitely recommend you put in the extra dollars to make sure you get insurance and that somebody like signs the package so that there's no dispute that they didn't get it. And then wrong orders, for me, what I do is obviously ensure them that like everything's been double checked, triple checked. Like I know I'm not sending out wrong orders. Ask them for proof, send in pictures. And then for me, I actually have a policy, like if you put in the wrong shipping address, that's on you. Like that's not me, that's on you. It's in my shipping policy. I also share that I'm not responsible for any lost or stolen packages. If they say that their package got stolen, I always tell them, and this has happened to me before, I told them to reach out to their local post office, and actually they got it sorted out with their local post office. So for me and my website, I am not responsible for lost or stolen packages. If you put in the wrong shipping address, like it's kind of also individually like based on the individual. Like if it's somebody who've ordered from me a lot before and this is the first time they've had an issue, I definitely can like negotiate with them what we can do. But you need to like protect yourself, because there's definitely people who will take advantage and just try to get free stuff or steal and then like they try to resell it. So those are some things that I can recommend. I hope that helps you a little bit regarding those types of issues. The last question, where do you get your inventory from, and what is it like searching for inventory and working with sellers? So the first question is, where do you get your inventory from? I just did a video about that. I'll link it at the top where I get my inventory from. And what is it like searching for inventory and working with sellers? So I recently got a DM on my Instagram account asking where do I buy something specifically. And I am not giving out my vendors, because for instance, those towels that I sell, it took me over a year to find them. It's not easy. It's not easy. You need to do the work and the research to find what wholesaler, what vendors, which ones work best for you and your company specifically. Like for instance, I sell curly hair, I sell hair accessories. So if you try to just buy my stuff, but you want to sell like lashes or clothing, it's just not going to work. It's not going to benefit you in any way. So you need to make sure that you just do your research. And it's not going to be like you look up everything on the computer and in a month you have everything at your front door and you're ready to go. It takes about a month for everything, a month to a month and a half to ship from China, I've noticed. It takes a really long time to ship. It's a process, so I just recommend that you just do your research, ask for samples. I've not been scammed, but definitely if I didn't ask for samples, I wouldn't have been pleased with the quality of some of the products that I got. Just a lot of these vendors sell the same thing, so you just need to find the best quality and for the cheapest amount, in my opinion. And then two, you'll create a relationship with them and they'll kind of see what you want, and kind of you can definitely, there's other vendors you can customize your stuff at. So it's not as easy. It's just not as easy as it seems like, hey, I bought this from online and now I'm reselling it. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. So also, if it's taking you guys a while, don't be discouraged. It's gonna take you a little while. It's completely normal. So I think this video is long enough. Those are some frequently asked questions that I just got asked recently. Let me know if you guys have any other questions, other topics you would like for me to discuss. And down below, I will link timestamps if you ever want to come back to this video to check out something that I answered, or it will leave relevant videos that I have already filmed that might be helpful to you. But make sure you guys subscribe for more so you do not miss any other videos, because I am dropping a ton of knowledge here on small businesses. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.